Hey everybody, and welcome back to Welcome Grove Homestead. Today is a day that we are working on some projects for the big barn, or the new barn, not the big barn. It's related. Big barn, new barn. Basically we're connecting them. So we need to supply power to our new barn. So David is working on actually making a trench so that we can put some conduit underground to link the two barns as far as power. So let's go check out what he's doing. And while we're on our way up there, it's snowing. I'm not okay with it. I'm not ready. We had a serious 30 temperature degree drop between yesterday and today. So the animals are doing okay, though I think the milkers were not overly thrilled with it. Both the cows and the goats were like, no, we're not going to give you that much milk. And they both were pretty sad last night, but they did better this morning. So they'll adjust, and right in time for us to have it suddenly warm up again. So, but nobody has perished. Nobody is suffering. They're plugging along. So let's go check out what David's doing.
Hi everybody, we are in the new barn, which is awesome. It's coming right along, and today we're doing a couple projects. One of them is related to my dad being here, which is fantastic. He is putting in all the drain vents. So you can see this one's already done. But whenever you flush a toilet, run water in the sink, water has to go down, but that is displacing air, and so we are in the process of putting vents in, and then we'll send the pipes outside and all that. So that's really exciting. Hole sawing it up. I'm really happy to have his expertise because I don't know anything about that kind of plumbing. So good to have you here.
All right, thank you.
We actually just got to go hunting for the weekend, which was fantastic. Spent some good time together, and now we got a couple days to work before he has to fly back to the large state of California. Anyway, take a look at the other project. I don't know if you can notice, but it's snowing, which is kind of cool. And we are getting ready to run power from one barn to the other. Take a look at the trench we've been digging. We've been using this walk behind ditch witch, which is fantastic, except it's really not that long of a distance. It's only like 40 feet. So I went one way, then the other, and connecting them is a bear because it just kind of backfills the trench. So Audrey's got the vacuum. We're trying to figure out where we need to do the last piece, and then we'll be done. And the electricians can come out and hook it all in. We're going 24 inches deep, which sounds like not a lot until you realize we're digging in rock. Hard rock that's been driven on for 50 plus years. And even the ditch witch is having some trouble with it. So it's been fun. It's cool using big cool toys, but it's probably taken 4 hours so far, and we're hoping to get it all done with a half-day rental. It didn't happen. It's just the way it goes. So now we got another half-day rental coming. So we're gonna get going on that.
So the reason that we have to trench between the two barns is that, number one, our electric service does not allow us to have 3 different services on the same property. So because our house and the big barn are 2 separate services, they won't allow us to do a 3rd service. The second reason is that the new barn is actually not quite tall enough at the corner. It has to be, I think, 16 feet high, and it's not quite tall enough. The building itself is tall enough, but that front corner is not, and they would have to punch a hole in the roof in order to put a direct power line to it. And so we just decided to go ahead and we're going to upgrade the box in the big barn and trench between the two to get power to the new barn.
I think it's pretty clear. I think it's pretty clear why I was having a hard time trenching. That is solid rock. Let's get into it a little bit, but I'm gonna have to actually go get a jackhammer and chisel out 24 inches of this, or to 24 inches deep anyway, where I haven't been able to make it. Even a ditch witch can't handle that. That's crazy. It's chunking little pieces off, but that's solid. Huh.
Good times.
Oh yeah. When I think of a good time, I think about digging trenches through solid rock. David approved. When last we met, we were looking in a trench. I said there was rock. There was rock.
You found it.
There's more. Has to be 2 feet. I gotta figure out how to just get to 2 feet and then just feel sorry for myself the rest of the time. But fortunately I have kids who I'm putting to work vacuuming out the trench. She's actually doing a lovely job. And Nathan's been picking up a lot of the rock that I'm breaking up with the trusty old jackhammer. 4-hour project is never a 4-hour project. Write that down.
Look at this giant. He's 14. I'm not okay with this.
Yeah, well, you're welcome.
Yeah, well. Deep voice. 14! I'm not old enough for this, guys. You may notice that Caleb is conspicuously missing from this project, and that's because he's inside still working on homeschool. So we do homeschool. Some kids just take a little longer to get their school done than others, and Nathan and Audrey are already done, so they are helping while Caleb is continuing to work on his school. Alright, it is a couple days later because it was awful, horrible, terrible, miserable, cold outside. So,
Now it's nice.
I mostly just kind of ducked and took cover. I mean, we did some projects, but it was miserable. But anyway, today Audrey and Nathan and I are heading up to the goat barn because my shipment of pregnancy tests just came in, and we're going to test the 7 goats that are currently in the window in which we can test them. So, granted, one of them is just being a problem goat. That's Kitty. Her heat cycles are being funky, so before I intervene hormonally, we're testing her to make sure she didn't get accidentally bred through a fence or something like that, just to make sure before I do that. So, but the other 6 should be pregnant, and we're gonna find out. Okay, do you know how to restrain her?
No. Very helpful method.
Audrey's gonna pick the other goats up. So you're gonna straddle her. You're gonna pull her head up and to the side, just like that. That's all I need because I can just see her jugular immediately filled up. Okay, so we have all of our blood samples. We're gonna go inside. We're gonna start running the test because it's just a hair colder than is recommended outside for us to actually run the test. So we're taking all of our blood samples that are labeled, and we're gonna run all of our tests inside. As far as the goats, we will do a full goat roll call in another video because I think otherwise this video is gonna run a little long because we have some goats. But yeah. So we're gonna run our tests first and we'll see what we have. All right, results are in. We'll do another video later on showing how to run these tests, but we just kind of pounded them out and the house is a mess. So we got our test run on our goats and we're pretty happy with most of the results. We're pretty not happy with one of the results. So let's run through them real quick. So first up we have Mayhem, who is pregnant. So that is a positive, very strong positive test result. We're thrilled because Mayhem did not get pregnant last year. We bred her to 2 different bucks and she just would not take. She cycled every 3 weeks religiously and did not get pregnant. So she didn't have a lactation this year, which was frustrating. But now she's pregnant, so we're thrilled. Nestle, our other Nubian that we tested today, she previously actually did have a faint positive pregnancy test, I think last week. But we tested her today just because I didn't feel very good about it, because I have previously gotten weak positive tests from her and ended up with no kids. So Nestle came up as open. So that's really disappointing. We were hoping that we were gonna have more success this year, because she's been going through this weird thing where she has one cycle and then she doesn't cycle. So you think that the buck bred her, and then we have no kids. So now we have an open doe. So we're actually going to give her a lute shot this weekend, because according to her natural schedule on her cycle, she would be having a heat this weekend. So we're going to give her a shot of lute, and we're going to get her bred. Another doe that we bred is Amy. She was born last year, and Audrey, she's actually Audrey's goat. Audrey delivered her. She is Maggie's daughter, who some of you will remember Maggie, some of you won't. But she is Maggie's daughter, and she is pregnant with her first babies. Audrey is over the moon. So we're very excited to see that. Kitty, the goat that we expected to be open, is open. So that gives us the go ahead. We can put a cedar in her, and so a cedar will actually simulate her natural hormones, and then when we remove the cedar and we give her a couple of different injections, they will actually stimulate her to ovulate and go into heat, and we will get that goat bred. But the reason that I'm doing her outside of her normal cycle is because she actually should have had a cycle 3 days ago. So it's too late for me to give the Lutalize in sync with her natural cycle. So using a cedar, we actually will shave a whole week off of that wait time. And we're really trying to get our kidding window closer instead of spreading them out so far. Last, we have all three of the Nigerians that we tested, Susan, Josephine, and Molly. And they are all three pregnant. So that's awesome. Joe and Susan, this is their first year. Molly, this will be her third kidding. So we're really, really happy that they all got pregnant on their first attempt. We have a few others that we're going to be testing in the coming weeks, but they're not far enough along. So these tests only work at 28 days or more. So 4 weeks after breeding, you can test them. And we have some other does that were bred more recently than that. So we have to wait. As much as I love waiting, and we'll find out what the result is of their breeding attempts. So meanwhile, while I have been extremely impatiently getting my goats pregnancy tested, David has been working all day today on various little projects. But today, the conduit and the electrical panel got put in our new barn. So we're super excited, and I'm sure that David wants to tell you guys all about it, because now he's making eyes at me through a window.
I'm so excited. We got our panel installed in the new barn today, and we got confirmation from the state inspector that we could like fill in the trench that we dug, and everything seems to be going well. I think materials were like $400 more than we expected, but can't argue with like getting progress done. It is so exciting. So this is our new panel. We're gonna have 400 amp service coming into our old barn, and then subbing over to our new barn to feed all the things going on, a milk tank, a milk room. We'll have an HVAC system in here, and I'm just so stoked. It's cool. I'll show you what the trench looks like now that it's refilled if you want. Right this way.
Blinding light. Hey, look. I filled in trench. We can walk the trench, guys. Look at us go. Walk in the trench. It's a filled in trench.
It's a filled in trench.
See, even Gideon is like, look at the trench.
So pretty excited. It's been a work in progress, and like we have metal on the building. We have like electrical going in. So excited.
And doors.
Doors, roll up doors. You want to see a roll up door? It goes up.
It's really hard to freeze it. He's on my hair.
goodness. Hello. Just gonna get everybody in here now. Hi. Oh. Ah! Oh.
It goes up. And then it stays up. It's like a cool hook thing here. That hooks in. I'm so excited. Like what you're looking into is going to be my meat room. I'm gonna like be able to hang animals and then like take them apart and put them in our freezer. Things that we raised on this farm, do it all here at my farm. I have really appreciated like having the resources of friends with like a cold room and the meat saw and everything. But check it out, I'm gonna have my own. Come here, it's awesome. Right here, where all these tools are, this is gonna be a meat room eventually. It's hard to envision, but it'll be there. If you look really closely, you might even see it. Anyway, it's super exciting. We're gonna have a brooder room for feed and baby animals that are born. And where you're standing right now, if you look down, you'll see concrete. Not cheap, by the way, but right here, in-ground drains. Just all these things that you learn from other friends who have done projects, we're trying to implement. And of course, we're gonna learn things to be able to pass this on to our other friends, but this has been just an amazing dream come true, little step by step by step. So I'm gonna have an office in here for like being able to work from home in. It's gonna be great. We'll keep you posted.
So lots of things going on, lots of exciting updates. This place is always insanely busy, guys. So we are really, really excited to be taking you guys along on the completion of the journey with the new barn going in and the whole goat pregnancy, kidding, all that stuff. We're gonna have a very, 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 very busy kidding season next year. We'll go into introducing you guys to our entire goat herd in another video, maybe the next video, but no promises. Thank you so much for joining us today. As always, this is your country nerd with a goat herd saying that you can grow where you're planted.